Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a Who review. I am Davros and I am a Whovian, and today I am reviewing Doctor Who, Twice Upon a Time. So this is probably the final multi-Doctor story, at least, the last one that we got for a while, where taking place after the series 10 finale, the 12th Doctor refuses to regenerate as his body is badly damaged, but also a long time ago the 1st Doctor, who has experienced his first regeneration, also does not want to change, and both Doctors cross paths as both of them don't want to change their appearances, and all the time freezes and starts to crumble as they refuse to let the flow of time flow. But also the Doctor encounters Bill and soon finds that these are glass robots where people have their memories installed into them so that they can live on through time and space forever. And of course the Doctor comes across a Dalek, a World War I captain that gets tangled up in the adventure, and we eventually find out who he is, or who he's related to, and the Doctors get to witness the Christmas truce as they fix time, and both decide to part ways and accept their places and their fates. So that is the story there. So what did I like about this one? Well, this was the last Christmas special that we'd got, for a good while, and we haven't had a Christmas special since. But with Russell T Davies returning as showrunner, I think we're going to get them again. So first of all, I like that this was a Christmas special, but you didn't necessarily have to watch it at Christmas. I mean, a majority of the story is like the Doctor and this World War I captain played by Mark Gatiss, and Bill being alive, or so the Doctor thinks. And we even get David Bradley playing the 1st Doctor again, and he played William Hartnell in the docudrama featured film, An Adventure in Space and Time, where he played William Hartnell, and I guess he did such a great job they thought, let's bring him back as the 1st Doctor and have him interact with Peter Capaldi's 12th Doctor. So I liked that, but I also like the very beginning where we see recycled footage of the 10th planet, where we see William Hartnell playing the Doctor before it changes into colour and switches to David Bradley. I like how they did that, how they switched it, how they cleverly did that, how they brought it into colour, and it feels as if it didn't really change that much, but it did. But still, David Bradley was the perfect stand-in for William Hartnell, I thought. I mean, yeah, he didn't have much of, I guess he wasn't, he wasn't William Hartnell, but I think he did a good enough job playing the 1st Doctor. I also like Peter Capaldi in his final story, because this is the 12th Doctor's final adventure, and Peter Capaldi did great playing in this one. I also like the comedic banter between the two, like some of the comedic stuff, like the 1st Doctor is unaware of stuff and everything at the moment, and how he meets his future self, because Peter Capaldi was pretty much the same age as William Hartnell when he played the Doctor, and yeah, I really liked their interaction with one another. I also like that we got to see Bill Potts again, even though she died at the end of series 10. We got to see a robot glass avatar, and we got to see one final performance out of Perl Mackie. We even got some good cameos in there. We had a cameo from Clara, Jenna Coleman, where the glass robot took the shape of Clara. And we even got a cameo from Nardole, and I really like that scene. That one scene where the 12th Doctor has his discussion thinking, can he ever have peace? Can they ever let him go? And they're like, they understand if he does. I love that scene. It was such a touching moment, and I don't talk about the score in it enough, but the music that was composed in this was beautifully done. It was sad yet happy. It was just a beautiful score, I thought, and I really liked that. I even liked the shepherd's boy music. That's what they called that track that was playing when the 12th Doctor made his final speech before giving into his regeneration. I like that final speech as well he gave, because for me, it didn't actually feel sad. For once, I actually felt hopeful for it and was like, yes, he's accepting his place, he's ready to do it, and it was a heartfelt goodbye, but I didn't really feel too sad. I felt like, when the 12th Doctor was accepting this, I was too. And of course, this will go on to make history by being the first ever regeneration where the Doctor becomes a woman. Because after so long of considering it, they actually went through with that and decided to cast Jodie Whittaker as the 13th Doctor. And little did we know that, the TARDIS was hovering over Sheffield, and I can recall that night some woman fell out of the sky and landed somewhere around Sheffield's train station. Yeah, because I'm a Sheffielder. But anyway, back to this one, Twice Upon a Time. David Bradley playing the First Doctor. I also liked that bit where he went back to his TARDIS and, we got to see the First Doctor regeneration on screen for the first time in over 50 years. I mean, out of the last episode of The 10th Planet, of course, is Lost. But one scene that is in full tact is that regeneration scene. I'm so glad that that regeneration scene is safe and it's still there, and we got to see it on the TV screen for the first time in decades, and for the modern generation to see it too. I liked that, and it wasn't like David Bradley transferring into like Reece Shearsmith. It was actual William Hartnell to Patrick Troughton footage. And I also liked the World War I captain we got in this, played by Mark Gatiss, who turned out to be none other than the Brigadier's grandfather. With the second when he said his name was Stuart, then he said his name was Archibald Hamish Lethbridge Stewart. I remember watching that for the first time, and when I did, I laughed in joy and delight, because I thought, he's the Brigadier's grandfather or something. And I thought, that is a promise the Doctor, because he asked the Doctor if he would keep an eye on his family, and I thought, that is a promise he's definitely going to keep, because we all know what happens with that. So I really loved that. I really loved who he turned out to be. Such a nice moment, and really hard-hitting too. Also, I thought the glass robots were an interesting character. I don't think they were monsters, although we were meant to believe it at first. But like I said, they're robots that gather memories of the deceased throughout time, and yeah, I thought, yeah, that's kind of a nice way of looking at the afterlife. I mean, we got some Daleks in there, Daleks out of their shells, and the return of old Rusty, who we saw in Capaldi's first Dalek episode, Into the Dalek. We got to see him again in this, and a Dalek that was agreeing to the Doctor's terms. So I like that we got to see a Dalek in there as well, even though he wasn't an enemy Dalek and he wasn't posing much of a threat once the Doctor approached him. So yeah, this was a good Christmas special and all, and little did we know that it would be the last one for a long time. Still yet to have another one. But anyway, yes, Doctor Who Twice Upon a Time, what am I going to rate it? So, do I have anything to dislike first? I don't think so. I like that this didn't really have a big bad in it. It was just an alright special. So ratings, I'll give the performances a 10. The visuals, I love the visuals with the recycled footage they did. That gets a 10 from me. The writing, a 9, and my personal, I'll give it a 10 because I really love this Christmas special. So there you go. There is my ratings and review on Doctor Who Twice Upon a Time. Have you seen it? Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and to share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and to hit that notification bell. I have been Davros the Whovian, and this has been a Who review on Doctor Who Twice Upon a Time. So, until next time, run for your life.